I'm Casey Gyanzan, and I'd like to introduce Gentari Servalete for presidency.
Ladies and gentlemen, men and women, loyal supporters, voters, and esteemed opposition, thank you for spending your valuable time with us tonight. As president, the first thing that I will strive to do is to stop this nation from sinking under the crippling debt that it's already sitting on its shoulders. Businesses that evade taxes only lead to a poorer economy, and that hurts the entire nation. America depends on those few that have lived through the American dream. They have worked hard for their money, and by no means should they have to lose it. The only thing that I ask of is for them to give back to the loving country that allowed them to rise in the first place. The economy isn't the only problem that we need to focus on. It's not even close. We need to focus on strengthening ourselves before spreading ourselves too thin and getting involved in all of the other countries' businesses. If you get really sick, what do? You don't go fix everybody else's sickness. No, the first thing that you do is you go to a doctor. You get your problem analyzed, and you see if there are solutions to it. And then you work on those solutions. You work to make yourself feel better. And that's what America should do. One of those problems that I think I can work on to help this country is gun control. Now, gun control laws should not be stifling. They should be safe. Citizens have the right to feel safe and protected in this country. That's why I feel like we need to make concealed carry permits more restricted, and we need to make sure that not only are people getting psychologically tested when they first buy their gun licenses, but every time they try to renew it. Another issue I'd like to talk about concerns illegal immigrants. Now, I know this is a very heavily debated topic, and I'd like to say off the bat that I don't think immigrants are bad. No, immigrants, they're very good for our nation. They're good for the economy. They help bring new ideas and innovations to our country that wouldn't be here otherwise. But I think that illegal immigrants also take jobs and money away from the citizens that really need it. So I think that we should tighten borders, but raise the number of allowed immigration petitions. Immigrants deserve the same equality as the rest of us. They shouldn't be treated any different. And along that topic of equality, I think that everybody in this nation should have equality, whether they're gay, straight, black, white. Everybody deserves equality. Everybody deserves the same opportunities and the same chances to rise to the top. I know that politics can be hard. I know that it's frustrating. I know that you probably don't want to listen to me stand up here and tell you what I think. And it's difficult for me to have to mediate between the tons of different demographics in this country. But just know that at the end of the day, I will work myself into the ground for you. I will bleed for you. I will do everything that it takes to make this country rise to its full potential. Thank you.
Where do I go? Okay, that's loud. Where do I go? Oh, here. No, I'm doing this. Upload the oh, not play all.
To play them all.
No, why did you play that? How do I get bigger? View all. There you go. And hey, tell me if you see it. It's it loaded.
Are they gonna be done? I don't think they're gonna be done.
Where is it?
I don't know.
I don't know where it is either.
No, they won't be.
Oh, wait,
they won't
wait.
be down there. Yeah, go back up.
Where? I don't see it.
I don't know.
Wait. Should I keep going up? Dahlia, Dean, Taylor, Nick. It's not up here.
How is it not up there? We uploaded it.
Are you saying up? 'Cause I can't.
Go up. Go all the way to the up. Go
All the way up. Where? I went all the way up.
Slowly.
Let's see. Richie, Sofa, Arthur, Juan, Claudia, Alhert, Taylor. Where?
No. Why are you looking at my Snapchat?
It just popped up in my head.
It's not. It was up there.
Where? I heard them yelling up, so I went up. It's not
Stop
even
on
It's not gonna be down there. Those are from like 2 years ago.
Search it up. Search
No.
it up.
Jackass, Fort Ad,
It was just deleted.
Deleted?
Deleted. It's privated.
Delete? Oh wait. Is it in the private section? Wasn't it marked as private?
Search is marked as private. Just search for
Where?
it. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I can't find it.
CAN510 help us.
You can search for it.
No. Does it matter if it's private?
You guys don't know how to upload videos.
Does it matter if it's private? Because I noticed when we uploaded it, it uploaded as private, not public.
Yeah.
That's why you need to sign in.
Yeah.
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 Can I sign in?
Yeah.
Hey.
Here we are. Pro first? Pro?
Okay. Don't do these. Oh, shit.
It's your horror attack, I know. Right? Should just stay here. Should just stay, right?
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Okay, that was weird. Just read there.
Yeah.
Gentari Servilite has always been about helping the people. Selflessly helping the less fortunate, she works to give everyone equal opportunities and recognizes that education for our children is one of the best ways to guarantee a better future for this country. She knows that protecting the earth is the best way to protect the future and create new, sustainable energy enterprises with thousands of new, lasting jobs. She lived on a military base when young and has had a first-hand look at the consequences of war. She supports small businesses because she knows the impact that they have on the economy. Servilete has your best interests at heart because Servilete serves you. Claudia Gill believes that welfare should be left in the hands of churches and other belief-centered institutions. She is basically advocating the exploration of the poor in order to gain followers and power. We've seen how this can backfire in the past. Don't vote Gill, because Gill will kill.
Hi, I'm Vice President Alex Dobrik, and this is President Nick Scaletta.
Good evening, everyone. We are gathered here today to determine the future of our country. When I started my campaign last year, I knew what I was getting myself into. I'd like to thank my campaign team and Vice President Alex Dobrik for always having my back. This campaign has been a journey of ups and downs, but I'm glad to have this opportunity to say a few words. Although some of the other candidates are experienced politicians, I have a background that none of them can relate to. I grew up in a tiny house in the suburbs of Chicago. Determined to have a bright future, I dedicated most of my childhood to my schoolwork. At the age of 17, my parents and siblings tragically died in a house fire. I had no other choice than to move off to the farmland with my only other relatives. I finished off my senior year at a different high school. In the summer following my high school graduation, I went to the Naval Academy for 4 years to become a naval officer. I spent most of my days in the Navy posted out in a submarine. As a naval officer, I developed many of the values that I have today, such as my leadership. After I spent my years in the Navy, I headed to Harvard to study biomedical engineering and physical fitness. So, why should you vote for me? I'm focused on the future of America. I want to emphasize how important education is and do whatever I can to make the youth successful people. The youth is the future of our country. Our economy will grow through innovation as the youth turn into successful professionals and masters in all fields of work. They will make new discoveries, and by doing all of this, the economy will grow by itself. This is why I plan on making college more affordable and giving every teenager an opportunity to learn. I want to develop a new foreign policy that will make citizens feel safer. Creating new illegal immigrant laws to deport all illegal immigrants will help get rid of the corruption in our country. Illegal immigrants are taking our jobs, taking crime rates to an all-time high, and living in our borders without paying taxes. Getting rid of illegal immigrants will open many doors for our country. I'm pro-life, and I'm a strong believer of the Second Amendment staying true to its meaning. Every citizen has the right to self-protection and to own a gun. I believe in a country where all citizens are equal regardless of race, gender, and social class. Since we're all equal, I'm against the rich being taxed more than other social classes. I want to make health care affordable for everyone. If I was elected, I would reform the individual income tax code by lowering marginal tax rates on wage, investment, and business income. I would do whatever I could to broaden the tax base and simplify the tax code. Lastly, I would eliminate federal estate and gift taxes and lower the corporate income tax rate. When it comes down to it, politics are politics, but nobody loves their country more than veterans like me. Unlike some of the other candidates, I'm willing to do absolutely anything for my country. I put my life on the line for America, and I'll do it again. Vote for me and you won't regret it. Thank you. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I'm Nick Scaletta, one of your 2016 presidential candidates. So, why vote for me, you may ask yourself? Well, I'll tell you why. If you haven't noticed, I'm in a sling for my right arm, and there's actually a great story behind it. I was in a submarine in the Pacific Ocean, 100 feet below sea level, when a Russian submarine launched a torpedo at ours. Severely injuring my arm, I had to swim up 100 feet to air with my fellow sailors following me. Swimming with one arm, I led my fellow sailors to the shore of Oahu, Hawaii, 10 miles away from where we were located. Upon arriving on shore, we were rescued by 2 tourists. They took us to a hospital and we were safe. This story taught me many of the great traits that I still have today, including my leadership, my will to keep going, my ability to stay calm in stressful situations, and my self-independence. These are all great traits for a presidential candidate. If I haven't earned your vote at this point, then you're clearly jealous of my gains. In that last clip, I was saying, I'm Nick Scaletta and I approve this message.
Good evening, good evening, everybody. My name is Shimon Kuligowski, and I'm vice president running together with Dean Triantafiliou. I would like to introduce him right now.
Thank you, Simon. And as many of you know, I am Dean Triantafiliou, and I'm running for president through the Dairy Party. Many people look at me as a middleman as I compromise well between Republicans and Democrats. I am running for president to protect and help the American people. There are many problems that I will help with, and here are a few I feel strongly about and will make sure to fix. I have a wife and 2 children, so I understand the struggles that all of you face on a day-to-day basis. This allows me to put myself in your place when making decisions on policy that affects families. Using my business major, I understand that businesses are the core of our economy, and I will make sure that my relationship with businesses, large or small, is respected and even strengthened if I'm elected into office. A big problem in the U.S. that many of you know about is gun control. This problem needs to be fixed. Almost every day, if you were to turn on the news, you would find that someone has been shot, whether they were driving to work, walking their dog, or even just children playing outside. This is something happening every day. The Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution states that people have the right to keep and bear arms. This was written when the top weapon we had was muskets and to make sure the government will not turn on U.S. citizens. At this point, guns are just protection against other gun owners, so prevention of weapon violence is the key to our safety. The word amendment means to change in the meaning of a law or document. That is exactly what I will be doing. Yes, you have the right to bear arms, but it is meant to protect yourself, and now people are using it to commit murder more than anything. I'm not banning guns, but I am pushing to make the process of purchasing a gun much more thorough and complex. It is important for people to get their backgrounds checked and loopholes that exist now to be closed. I will make it a priority to keep guns only as a protective measure and not an offensive measure. In order to maintain a secure nation, the topic of immigration reform is crucial. A prime example is the issue of Syrian refugees. It can easily pose a great threat to national security if they are allowed in our country. Not all Syrian refugees are dangerous, but after the attacks in Europe has led me to believe that these attacks can easily occur in the U.S. as well. Until problems are sorted out with Syria, the safety of American citizens will not be jeopardized. We do not want to ban Syrian refugees, but we need to make sure that the refugees entering the states are not dangerous. We want to implement a new screening procedure that is much more rigorous to pass. It is important as one of the most developed countries in the world to help others, but we need to do so at a safe pace and without jeopardizing the safety of our country. The quote, no taxation without representation has always been a slogan since the birth of our nation and represents the core principles in which we believe in. Today, Americans should pay their fair share of taxes and should not be putting so much pressure on taxing the foundation of which is the middle class. Relieve taxes on the middle class by increasing taxes on the wealthy. With your vote, we can do all this and more. Vote for me, and I will give you the safe and more carefree life that you deserve. Thank you, and I hope to have your vote in the upcoming election.
Good evening. I'm Vice President candidate for Jack Tovar.
Good, eve- Good evening, United States of America. Every day when I wake up in the morning and think about how lucky I am to live here in the greatest country on planet Earth. For whom that don't know me, my name's Jack Tovar. I'm running as independent. I am married to my beautiful wife, Jennifer, and my beautiful daughter, Ashley. My education is Harvard University, and in 2009, I became the mayor of Seattle, Washington. Enough about me, and let me tell you how I can help America. Major issues on tax returns, immigration reform, gun control, workers' rights, healthcare, welfare, foreign policies, and social issues. On tax reform, I believe we should lower taxes. I'm saying this because you work hard for your money. You want to spend your earnings on things you enjoy, not just get a paycheck, then give half your earnings to the government. For tax reform, I'm going to lower taxes for all Americans. My stance on immigrations is I believe we need to fix America's issues first. Then, when everything is going smoothly, we can let people from different countries come here the legal way. My stance on gun control is I believe everyone in the U.S. has the right to bear arms. You never know when someone can attack you out of the blue and come after you with a dangerous weapon. And the person that is attacking you won't stop no matter how much you beg. A gun can protect you from your life. Guns don't kill people, people kill people. I believe women are, oh my God. I believe that women, I believe that what, I believe that pregnant women have paid maternity leave. It's too hard if you're going to be hardworking mom. You need to spend time with your baby girl or boy. There will be no hours to work when you are already working 24 hours with your baby. Workers do have a choice in the workplace to talk about their salary income, but a strike to get paid more will automatically get out of the job and will be replaced by someone else. On healthcare, I believe to create a healthcare system to repeal Obamacare, to create a system that is cheap and affordable for everyone. My stance on welfare is I will repeal welfare because people need to be working for their money. About half of Americans are unemployed and are relying on welfare just to get paid by the government. But the people who do make a wealthy income have to pay the people that are just lazy. In life, you need to work hard so in the outcome in all of your hard work, you can enjoy your life. I will create a team of volunteers from each state and talk to the people that are not making income to help them find jobs. My stance on foreign policy is I believe we should work with countries to help us and to help them equally. For example, Poland, Switzerland, and Canada. Social issues, I believe we should use money to benefit us and not waste money on problems that don't need to be fixed. My stance on abortion is I am pro-life. I am saying this because you are giving your own child a chance to explore this wonderful world. You never know that a child you just killed could have had the cure to cancer, Ebola, or Zika. Hey, I mean, if you never wanted a child, why even perform if you knew this was the outcome? If when you do become pregnant and you don't want the child, you will have the option to put out for adoption. And another social issue to focus on is women's role in combat. It's every American's choice to serve his or her country. Instead of being in combat, they can be nurses, commanders, or admirals. I also believe in every school and workplace there should be Fridays off. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank my Vice President, Stephen, and my team, Rua, Samantha, Sumaya, Marcin, and Catherine. And don't forget to put America to work. Okay.
Vote for Jack.
Vote for Jack.
Vote for Jack!
Vote for Jack. Vote for Jack.
Vote for Jack.
Vote for Jack! Vote for Jack to put America to work.
Vote for me to put America to work.
That's it.